Ladies and gentlemen, warmly welcome to our stream on checkersTV YouTube channel. It's 12th day of October and it means that we are 3 rounds from the final results of World Championship 2023 and only 2 rounds from the final results of World Championship Women 2023. And tonight, because it's a long night ahead of us, we'll follow the games, we'll follow the emotions, and I hope that we'll have a lot of emotions, not like yesterday, when we saw the agreed draw after not so many moves in the middle of the game between Yuri Anikeev and Jan Groenendijk. But today emotions will come because many players, at least 6, have real chances to become the World Champion 2023. 2 female players, Victoria Motrichko and Daria Tkachenko, and we will analyze the tables. And as you can see, we can follow the camera on the stream from the game between Yuri Anikeev and Martin Dolphin. So it's a big challenge for Yuri Anikeev because in this round Jan Groenendijk has quite weaker opponent, who is Clifton, Agata, tournament director. Many interesting games to follow, but at first let's take a look at the table. Tournament table looks like that. As you can see, Yuri Anikeev is the leader now, having 21 points and 6 wins. Jan Groenendijk on the second place, 5 wins, 1 point less, but as I mentioned, he is playing against Agata Clifton. Artyom Ivanov has 1 game more played, so he can be missed in the top 3 by many players from the Netherlands, who are just step away from him. It's a Slump, who has 19 points, Wouter Sipma the same amount of points, and as well Martin van Eisendorn 19 points. Joel is having 16 games played, as well as Guntis Valneris, they also have 19 points. But about mathematical chances, there are a lot of players who still have the chances to become the world champion. So what is the pairing in the round number 17? This round is played now. This is the pairing. So the most important for us games are It's a Slump against Guntis Valneris, both having 19 points. Jan Groenendijk against Agata Clifton, so Jan is extremely favorite one to win this game, and then perhaps he could be in favor to win the World Championship tournament, having better score with higher rated player, as we mentioned before, because he won against Arnaud Cordier. Then we have the TV game that you can see on the screen, Martin Dolphin against Yuri Anikeev, and those two are as well important, Wouter Sipma against Angel Rafael Meia, and Martin van Eisendorn against quite weaker Leville Carlos. So if those games will be resultative, then we might have some changes in the top places of the table. This is how things look in the Open tournament, and once we go to the Women's tournament, final standings are like that. Victoria Motrichko having 7 wins and 20 points without any loss in the tournaments, and on the second place Daria Tkachenko, so probably the title will be decided between those 2 players. Daria also is having 7 wins, but she lost 1 game. And about pairing in this 14th round, so only this game and 1 more till the end of the tournament, we have interesting games between Lisa Scholtens and Victoria Motrichko, and we'll try to follow it, as well as Daria Tkachenko playing against Olga Bautarzy. So quite tough opponents for both players. But everything can happen, as we know from drafts. Let's go back to the games and let's try to follow what is going on the boards. I will be updating the games one by one. Maybe we'll start with this one that we can see on the camera. Martin Dolphin playing against Yuri Anikeev. How this game was played. Okay, so we don't have it straight from the beginning. What opening could that be? Let me think about that. Some kind of puzzles to solve. Two exchanges on the outpost wing. Okay, I guess it will be a bit quicker if I will just set this position up. So, let me copy the title, and the position is hello. Sorry for my bad English. Hello was quite good, Capsule. Believe in yourself. Isn't music in the background too loud? There we have 49, okay, and that is all for the white side, and Yuri's pieces are and after move he made 1 to 7, that was the position. Okay. Oh, I'm missing some piece, I guess. Yes, 9. Okay, just to have the right order here, that was the position, and this one we can remove in the study just to follow the game. Okay, and what was played from this position? Let's see. So Martin Dolphin is on the decision right now. Music is okay, commentator is a bit too loud. Okay, thank you for your suggestion. Martin Dolphin played 46-41, Yuri attacked to 26, and the gap was quickly covered by Martin. So Martin maybe is not playing something important for him, but he is playing important, extremely important game for another Dutch players. Because if he wants players from his nationality to progress, he needs to win against Yuri Anikeev. That would just open the highway for another Dutch players. In this position, Martin plays 49-44, so he is not deciding to cover the gap and close the position with the outpost. So he wants to keep it open and maybe a bit easier to calculate position. And after Yuri took a piece, Martin decided to take it 1 by 1, not 2 by 2. So this attack that Yuri made in outpost positions is like changing a tempo a little bit, and I don't think Yuri will be now playing with this piece from 10. Probably he will decide about playing something on the right side of things. Heinmeyer is the only GMI without any victories. Will that change in the last few rounds against Bobkov and Eisden and Leville? I wish him so. After all, traveling few thousand kilometers, being a GMI and playing in World Championship tournaments, you just deserve to have at least one victory. So fingers crossed for him. So this game is updated already. As you can see, what can we say about the position? The engine indicates a slow advantage, a slight advantage of white pieces, who are favored because they are standing in the central part of the board. Of course, Martin is controlling two important squares, 28 and 24, but there is a long way to play in this game. As we all know, top GMIs feel really comfortable in both sides of the checker or drafts game, because they can attack or they can surround. And Yuri Anikeev, I guess, is playing both extremely strong. He likes to attack sometimes, so often we could see the openings like 35-30 if he was playing white pieces, and in positions like that the surrounding is just a good plan for him, and he likes to play in a defensive role. And he's not moving this piece, number 10, he is moving 9 to 14. That was the move made just in a few seconds. What is the plan of this move? Of course, there are many different combinations after, for example, going somewhere like 34-30, which is maybe not the best idea positionally, but it's okay to be played. And now Yuri could set some traps like attacking 18 to 22, and there are ideas like here, 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 here. So the idea of having those two pieces, of course, right now maybe this combination is not working, but there is idea of using it to such combinations, and of course GMIs would not fall for such tactical possibilities, but this is some kind of limitations in the future. And of course the possible exchange to take over the 23, then you can make use of this piece 24, surround it, somehow build the columns in the central diagonal, and make some threats which are not so convenient to the opponent. But still, it is a long way to go. And it was played quite fast by Martin Dolphin, 38-33. What's the idea of that? Of course, the right wing will be the crucial one for him. He wants to move his soldiers from left to right and try to build a central position. He is just feeling comfortable about what is going on the flank from the left side, and it is obviously understandable for him. Guys are playing quite fast, and Yuri is going to make another move. Probably it will be 3-9, and it is happening. So I guess that after this move, maybe another one from Martin Dolphin and maybe another one from Yuri Anikeev, the development moment of the game will be finished, and we'll be waiting for long-term plan, how to play against opponent. So Yuri is just waiting for his opponent to make a decision. What else do we have to follow? Let's try to find the game between Jan Groenendijk and, of course, Agata Clifton. What do we have there? So this game will be able to follow from the very beginning. So Jan is playing white pieces and Clifton Agata is playing black pieces. 34-29 was played by Jan, and Clifton was not present at the board, so Jan had to wait a little bit, and Clifton is playing a passive plan 19-24, after which mostly this exchange back is played, and this is just the water for the Jan's meal. So if Agata will be playing this passive and he is playing this passive, I think that Jan is even more favorite from the beginning of the game. After that, Jan develops and activates this edge piece 35-30, Agata playing 14-20, so just wants after this attack, for example, make an exchange, gain tempos that he lost already, but anyway, this piece will be developed in the game. I don't think Jan would like to have exchanges in this game. After all, he is the favorite one, he wants attention, so he goes 40 to 35, not allowing to make mentioned exchange. And after 10 to 14, there is already a possibility of some inconvenient situation for the black pieces on their left flank, because it's never easy to leave this gap. You are never allowed to easily play with 4 or 5 pieces on the side, so the game will be going to maneuvering, which Jan really loves, I guess, and slowly waiting, developing the position. Clifton is going 19 to 23, tries to develop the left wing, which is harder to develop in drafts, but that way covers the line from 1 to 23, and it's not easy to develop the right wing then. Okay, and Jan just exchanges after this move 14 to 19, 32 to 28, so really simple game from Jan, but really effective one, and giving him better position because he gains additional 2 tempos. Right now, after 10 moves of the game, he has nice position, nice structure to attack 24, the outpost, and as well he has 4 temps more, and probably Clifton will exchange, and that happened in the game, 17 to 22. So the number of tempos was reduced by 2. Jan played 41-47. Clifton develops. And now I guess that Jan will be not afraid of Clifton going to 26, because then he has a simple plan of going 31-27. He can go 47-41 and just leave this position on the left wing. The plan that many times has been seen from the Dutch players, and of course it's the good way to develop pieces. You can make an exchange gaining 4 tempos in the moment that you want. But something different was chosen by Jan. Jan played 37-42. Okay, and Agata is playing 18-23. I just don't like development like this, because I mentioned it yesterday. I like to develop one wing till the end, build some structures, build some columns, but now problem for Agata was probably the fact that he could not go with the piece number 5, after which is a simple combination 1-4-3, and perhaps he wanted to do it different way, and he wants to develop the piece number 5, so he played 18-23 first to perhaps make this move as a next step. Jan meanwhile goes with 46. Of course, those players as well analyzed all the opponents' games, so they exactly know what are the weaknesses of their opponents that I don't know, because I didn't follow it at all. I didn't follow all the games because I just didn't have time for that. I didn't even see games of Clifton Agata. I know a little bit about style of Jan Groenendijk, who likes to play aggressive active positions. So that was played, that going to 26. And Jan played 49-44. Still can't do 5-10. That's right, what just Pascal told, because after that is a little combination like this in this position, and you can simply go here, even if you exchange this way. Finally you have to take that way, allowing your opponent to go to the king, and you can't, but you have to make king by yourself, because this king is easily captured and then it's covered by piece and the game is quickly finished. So that's not the option for Clifton Agata, and Jan is playing well, maneuvering this game, not allowing his opponent to play there. Oh, this is also not possible because of another combination. You sacrifice 2 pieces and then you attack here. Opponent takes and you use this tempo to collect 4 pieces. Clifton is probably playing with 13, but it could be already after the game. The game could be over. So Jan, from the very beginning of the game, is using strategy and tactics as well. In this position, dark pieces would have a king, but 2 pieces more for the white side. And he plays 13 to 18. But already in this position, the engine indicates not so slight advantage of white pieces, because now the continuation for Jan could be 30 to 24, and of course dark pieces cannot take this way because 3 pieces would be collected by white, and have to take here, and after this one you can just put pressure on this piece, attacking 33 to 28, and Jan is doing it immediately. And what can I say? This is the 19th move of the game, 33-28. And if you have against your opponent that advantage in the very beginning of the game, absolutely the game will be won by Jan, because Clifton just now gets really difficult, tough position to defend. Go Jan! Mark is cheering for Jan. And I think that no other result than Jan's victory can happen here. In this position, after opening, because what is now the plan for Clifton? It will never be easy to get this piece back without having a big hole in the center part of the board. If you attack now that way, you probably lose the piece already, because another attack is coming. And for this one, another one. And this piece can't be saved, because after 24-29 you can attack once again. And now be patient, because this is looking terrible. This is looking terrible, and Jan, with his patience, with his precision in the playstyle, will just crush his opponent. But oh, and actually it happens in the game. Actually it happens in the game, but with another piece. Maybe better option would be to play 5 to 10 and try to attack this way, maybe at first having under control the 22 piece. But what Clifton is playing? How the heck he is having the Federation Master title? Tell me please. He plays that variation with this and this attack. So it gives just a simple game for Jan Groenendijk. How you can choose the opening like that, being a Federation Master? He got it for what? For organizing tournaments on that level? And Jan is playing smoothly there. Nothing else can happen, and immediately attacks. And what is doing Clifton? Catching the piece without any calculations. Without any calculations. This is the moment that we are already. So, if Yuri Anikeev would see it, he would be pissed off. Come on. White pieces take. There is an attack, and of course simple plan of second attack with 39 piece. He will be forced to go further, and the position is already winning for white. Can you explain me please, how is it possible that the first fact, tournament director is playing in the tournament, but the second one, that he is playing that way, that fast, that bad? It will be quickly decided game. At least we will have some additional information to follow in the table, and will be knowing a little bit more to find out who will be the next 2023 World Champion. So Jan is thinking right now, we'll come back to this round, but as I tell you, I think it's already done. Another interesting game is between Martijn van IJzendoorn and Carlos Loreville, because Carlos has only 6 points at the moment. Agata is having 4 points. And many pieces. The number of pieces was really reduced in this game, so probably some theoretical opening was played. Or maybe someone made some combination. How it's like with the number of pieces? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay, so the number of pieces is equal. Let's see how the game was played. There was some exchange. Maybe something like that was played? Or something similar. Because that was the position between Martijn van IJzendoorn and Carlos Loreville. After 7 moves, and it was Martijn on decision here. And he decided to play to the outpost, to 24. Loreville is building a column, of course making a simple thread here or here. Martijn used the gap here in the position. And now Martijn didn't want to play something like that, like attacking, which for me maybe would be the first thing to think about. But he made this exchange. So what is Martijn's plan here? Just to make this wing too heavy and try to build some lock, some fork lock, etc. After those exchanges, Martijn plays here 8 to 13, freeing 1 piece from the right side of things. And what then? Martijn plays here, Loreville here. We'll analyze it soon. And after Martijn's 37-32, he makes a double exchange. So I don't know if playing that plan is a good idea for Martijn, because that way he just reduced 6 pieces. It is 14 against 14. And after 41-37, Martijn's opponent is playing really fast. Maybe it's just the style of people from that part of the world. Martijn goes here, he immediately goes to the edge, and Martijn plays here. And what is his opponent doing? Preparing the exchange. Here, here, and here. Simple play. Really simple play, but pieces are missing. With this one, Martijn just prepared a simple combination. Like, for example, his opponent would play here, he is losing because of the simple bridge shot by 1, another 2, and perhaps this is the combination that Martijn was setting, but it's a bit too easy. And Loreville plays here, 13 to 18. Marcel, dobry stream Damian, thank you very much for writing it in Polish. So, Martijn's plan is a bit strange to me at this moment. Of course he is having a better position and he is absolutely favored to win this game, because in such positions with the edge piece number 36 it is highly possible for dark pieces to make some mistake, and if it comes to the maneuvering game, of course Martin is much better and well experienced in it, but anyway. Maybe also Martin wants just to save strengths and not to be too exhausted after this round, because after all 2 rounds are played today. 2 rounds are played today, so this is the first one, and the second one starts late evening Central European time, because we've started the stream on 4:30 Central European time, and I want to stream another round if my strengths will allow me to do it, and my voice and my throat, but I hope so. Then we would be streaming till around 2 or maybe 2:30 even AM in the night. So Martin gives up this piece from 40, so those possibilities of combinations using those 2 are not longer valid. But of course his plan is to make control over 24. Because Leville is not having this piece on 2 and is not having this column, of course, in the piece number 24, and additional control of 28 would be just extremely powerful for white. Martin puts another pieces to the right side, and Leville plays 18 to 23. So now I guess that plan works after this exchange, to attack the right wing. A bit longer time of thinking from Martin, and he decided to make this exchange. Imagine that in less than 1 hour they played 30 moves. So definitely they won't have any problems with the time in this round. And after this one we have quick response from Martin, 43 to 38. Engine indicates 0.7, 0.8 advantage for Martin. Nothing big to analyze, because Leville is just playing quick and is playing simple game. And Martin will make use of it, I guess. Martin goes here. He goes here. And that's the moment when Martin can reduce the number of pieces by 2 for each side and go to 24, taking this extremely important square. But Martin is on the decision right now. Meanwhile, we've had some updates between Groenendijk and Clifton. And finally, the move that we analyzed was played by Jan, and after Clifton took, Jan attacked, and after going to 29, the decision is on Jan again. And like I mentioned before, 25 moves played during 1 hour of the game, it gives a good time control for both players, and Jan is winning this game. It's not even the favorite one, but he is actually winning this game. I don't think there is another scenario for that. So we are updated here, waiting for next moves. I will not follow the game between Cordier and Tyson. But before we go further, let's see what happened in the game between Martin Dolphin and Yuri Anikeev. We have some updates here. In this position, Martin Dolphin plays 31-27, and that was suggested move by the computer, and I guess that Yuri will gain tempos by exchanging 17-22, and that happened in the game. So quite simple plan, and after losing control on the square 28, you get back there by 33-28. Absolutely natural plan for Martin Dolphin, and Yuri is playing 7-11, which is quite interesting, and uses many tactical possibilities with this sacrifice 26 31, because it can be used on many different ways. Of course, you can still think, not right now, but in the future, about attacks 14 to 19 or 14 to 20, and somehow, despite central position of white, there are a lot of threats that Martin Dolphin must be caring about. Did he play the next move or not? Not yet. So this is the position between them. Really interesting game, I think, and I hope, will be played between Slump and Guntis Valneris, and this is the game that I want definitely to see. So let's go there. Slump playing white pieces and Guntis Valneris playing black pieces. And the opening that we could have seen on this tournament few times. And I guess that it's a went for the exchange 2 for 2, yes. Of course, after this one, white threatens to play to the 4 clock, quite strong one, because with only one piece on the main diagonal, and that would be binding many black pieces, so if you don't want to allow this, you of course make a move 8 to 12 in the previous move, not 7 to 12. Not to have the gap here, and now you have possible exchange 2 for 2, and breaks the position and brings it to quite interesting theoretical lines and also really tactical game. And Guntis Valneris, the world champion from 1994, is really famous from his tactical playing. So using the piece 36 for both sides gives a nice tactical game. Itza goes with 41. Guntis with 14, so main diagonal is working, development there. What happened then? Itza was thinking quite a lot in those positions. Just before and this move, many minutes. And what was finally played? Oh, sorry, it's Guntis who has been thinking a long time, because it was Dark's move. It's a place to 33. And Guntis was absent, probably he went to the toilet. And as you might know, it probably takes, as we could hear, up to 5 minutes for players. 5 to 10. And Guntis makes, after 50-44, he makes an exchange of this piece, gathering 6 tempos. Because it's 7th line and first line 7 minus 1 is 6. And the idea could be now to bring the game to maybe classical position, close somehow white pieces, and it's just probably will not be allowing for that. The right plan to play here is to have the classical game but with control of 27, or maybe to attack and go to the right side of things, to attack 24 square for example. Or you can try to attack the right wing of your opponent in such positions. Because this piece, 36, really limits the possibilities in the positions. It is waiting, playing 44-40, so the position is equal right now. Without any even slight advantage, and Guntis is playing 3-8. So he just wants his position to look solid and pieces working together. He is not running with this move 1 to 6 because you never know when you will need this piece 1. Sometimes it can be used to play to the 7 and to have this really strong column 7, 12, 18. Once you will play 1 to 6, of course you have another column to use, 6, 11, 17, to somehow make some tactical possibilities, but it comes with responsibility. It is really responsible move to play. And after it's plays 46 to 41, Guntis prefers to have this column, and of course this is a good decision of the world champion 1994, and Itze goes 30 to 28, so he is not interested in attacking somehow the right wing, the left wing of his opponent, because it would be easy for Guntis to take central part of the board over, despite the fact Guntis is not having the piece number 2. And I expect this exchange 2024 and maybe some surrounding possibilities of this piece 28, which could be not so comfortable for Itze, and this is happening in the game. So now, as you can see, dark pieces are really close to build a Podkova structure, so if Guntis will find a plan, choose the plan like this exchange and bringing this piece from 7 to 17, there will be a Podkova, really strong plan against this piece 28, because once white cannot control 27, the classical type of position is a big threat. So in this position I would feel much more comfortable playing Guntis pieces. But Itze is not taking care of anything, he's playing 40, 34, and for me it's obvious that Guntis will play here, and what then? Because his idea is simple, to make this exchange and bring 7 to 17 and just wait for his opponent. Now, even having control on this square 25, once dark pieces don't have 3 and the 5 and cannot exchange it anyway, is not a problem for black pieces, because this piece could be a bigger weakness to judge this position. But of course, once we are looking at engine indication, it's equal position. And we are updated here. I don't see voter Sipma against Angel Rafael Meia game, and I'd like to find it somewhere, somehow. Because 2 games are in the rotation on the cameras, I guess. We have 2 cameras, one bigger for Yuri Anikeev, who is the leader of the tournament. But I don't see Wouter's game. Martijn van IJsendorn is still thinking. Meanwhile, Jan Groenendijk in this position made second attack, and he went here 25 to 20. He was threatening to play here to 14, and that was a big threat, so Clifton had to react 5 to 10, and now the plan is really simple. To go here, something like that, not immediately here, because there is this exchange, majority exchange to 4-2, that would be not so nice to Jan, but he can just play here. And after another moves made by Clifton, finally there comes the possibility of gathering the piece. But maybe at this moment it's not working, or it is, because there is this possibility. Here, even though there is equal amounts of pieces, white pieces have a better position with the possible attacking plan of the long wing of the opponent. So now just being patient for Jan pays off with gathering 2 points from this game. And of course Jan knows what to do. He played here, 43-49, and immediately Clifton is holding a piece, and probably he will play here, 8-13. Maybe his plan will be to exchange this piece back, but it's not working because there will be this possibility of going to 28. Right now not, because after this there is this exchange, and you have to be careful about that. No matter which direction you would take, the number of pieces will be equal, but being patient, having another central square under control, and after this exchange back, now you go 32-28, and your threat is to attack here on the next move, and something that Agata will not be possible to avoid. So big troubles for local tournament director, big troubles. Maybe it's the possibility to look at girls' games. We'll see how Victoria Motrichko is doing and how Daria Tkachenko is doing. After all, the girls are a bit closer to the final results because they have only 2 rounds left to play, this one and tomorrow's one, and that will be all, that will be finished for women. Where do you have Victoria? Natalia is playing against Makarenkova, so Lisa's Holtens, where are you? Who is Heike playing against? Elena Korotka. So no, not here. Here is Vitalia Dumesh, Packowska Terita. It's not never easy to know girls from the top of their heads. Oh, here we have Baltazar Olga Tkachenko. Okay. Oh, but it's not easy to see all the game of Daria Tkachenko. They should take care about placing those cameras on the right places, on the right spots. Okay, so we are going to the game between Lisa Holtens and Victoria Motrichko. Lisa Holtens is playing white pieces, and the Dutch game was played. And Lisa goes 34-29, decision to Victoria, who is not wanting this variation, for example, with outpost, with some attacks. Maybe it would open the position too much. Of course, there are many different theoretical lines that could have been played, but were not finally. And Victoria is making this exchange, 2-4-2. And Lisa takes to the center, and Victoria plays 10-14. And this is some kind maybe of invitation to play this move, because this is really theoretical line, of course, that could have happened in this game. But was it the choice of Lisa Holtens? We'll see. Yes, it was played. And is closing this position Victoria, because Victoria was thinking on this move quite a long time. And finally, Victoria maybe didn't want to follow the theoretical lines, and she decided to break this position. And was exchanged 2 by 2. We have to keep on mind that if Victoria will be chased successfully by Daria Tkachenko in the number of points, Daria Tkachenko will be the world champion among women. Why? Because she would have then one victory more than her opponent. Here Victoria, oh, it was the move of white pieces, played 5 to 10. I don't know if the order was correct, but it's not the most important. Here, of course, once white occupies the outpost, you want to deliver your pieces to the other wing, and Lisa went aggressively to the center. Here, here, here. Maybe once more just this idea that we already have seen in the variation that I showed. Of course this is an exchange, maybe even better for white, but this idea is working after this move. Maybe that's the reason, because normally the good looking move is that, but perhaps Victoria Motrichko didn't want Lisa to make this exchange 24-20. Here, so development phase is still on in this game. And Lisa Scholtens is playing in the t-shirt from Polish Open 2022. And to you all, feel invited, and if you want to come to the tournament that will be broadcasted, streamed and commented by me in English, because probably Polish Open 2023 I will broadcast on this channel fully in English language, so everyone could follow the games and could follow the World Cup tournament as it should be followed for everyone. Feel free to come to Jelinek. Perhaps I will change the place of this World Cup tournament in the next years to be more attractive for you, for players and people visiting it. Because about the sport, it's top level, absolutely top level, many grandmasters playing, and I'm really satisfied with how the playing hall looks like, how the photographs after all looks like, and I think that's the way that tournament should be showed to everybody, to promote draughts, the beautiful game of draughts or checkers. So if you want to be part of it, feel invited to Polish Open. It starts on 4th December till December 11th, when the World Championship in Rapid will be played. And next year Poland will organize Blitz and Rapid World Championship just after the World Cup tournament. Lisa is playing 48-42, of course having the golden piece is not necessary in the positions with attack, because once you have an attack there is a big possibility that opponent will also try to have 27 controlled, and then you need of course those two base columns and two base pieces, 47-49. Girls know how to play it, of course. There are some tactical possibilities with having those two pieces in a majority. For example, something like here, here and here. Here is idea working of sacrificing those two, making a gap on 33, and this another sacrifice, but finally of course position would be much better for white. This works better if there is a gap on 44. Just I wanted to show you what is the idea. Victoria was waiting for Lisa to make some decisions, because you know you might have nice looking position, strong one, with pieces working together, but then you have to make some moves. You have to make some decisions. Dear chat, why are you so quiet? And just after my message, Pascal wrote, will Poland organize European Championship sometime? I missed out on Belgium last year because of travel plans. I already had but hope to be able to play again sometime. You know about cooperation with EDC. I was organizing 2 times European Championship Veterans and European Championship Under 27. I was not applying next year for organizing the Seniors one European Championship, but it is definitely the tournament to consider, because World Championship tournament, if I would like to organize it, I would need a team of people working for half a year. Once we were doing it about the match Sadowska and Tansy Kurzyna, and for me it is not possible, because I would not like to organize tournament that way as it is organized in Curaçao. I just would like to make it really better, in the top hotels, in the top places, with great promotion around the medias and media companies. So right now I would not have resources to make this tournament on the level that I would like to, but European Championship is maybe a bit lower level to organize, and that could be the possibility, but I didn't even think about organizing it in Poland, and I didn't apply for that. But it's a nice idea, Pascal, anyway. You have played anytime the tournament in Poland, by the way? What I do admire about Victoria, she is sitting really concentrated all the time, and I guess that she is not going anywhere from her game like other players do. And those factors like concentration, like being really prepared on the mental way and focused, pays off, and I think she fully deserves the world title. After those years of being a really solid and still developing player, because I think that Victoria progresses all the time. And also I do admire the work of Esther van Muyen and the girls, young girls from Netherlands like Lisa Scholtens, like Fleur Kruismulder, because they are really as well progressing quite fast. Maybe it won't be that easy to be the world champion for Ukrainian or Polish player next years after such a good performance of Dutch players, women's player. They were saying that they miss player like Victoria, like Natalia, but Lisa and Fleur show themselves as a good candidates for being the world champions soon. Only open tournaments outside Netherlands I played in Salou Open 3 times. So I know what makes you playing in the tournament. Just nice neighborhood, nice conditions around the playing hall. Yeah, I just wanted to visit Salou Open a year ago, but the problem for me was that I had the possibility just of flying to Barcelona one day after the tournaments began, and I decided to go there anyway, but I spent all the time in Barcelona and didn't come to Salou last year. So I was 9 days in Barcelona despite in Salou Open. But I really would like to visit that tournament one day. I hope I will, but I've never played there. But many players who did just come back, yeah. And Lisa is playing a really active game. She took over the 27, so she just wants to take the control over the entire central part of the board, all the most important squares. Of course, this is always risky, and right now after 13 to 18 and this small threat from Victoria Motrichko, she was forced, but she wanted to go to 23. And at first glance it might look a bit risky, but if she holds it, then after not so precision play from Victoria's side, it can be a really difficult position to play for black pieces. Natalia plays there almost every year, but this year probably she was not playing or was she? I don't remember. But I know she played, yeah. And she is also a FC Barcelona fan, so then she has a possibility of visiting the stadium. Camp Nou, which is under construction right now. So you know what? This game might be really interesting, and at this moment Victoria goes with another piece to the edge of the board, and of course it is closing the position, and first reaction of Engine was that... Did I make it good? This is 2023. Oh, there is something wrong with my notation on lead drafts. But first indication of Engine was half of piece of advantage for white pieces. There is a threat of sacrificing one and another one that could be simply avoided by this move, and I think that Lisa will play that, and Lisa has already played this move. Okay, now it works fine. You know what? I am really curious about this game. I think that many interesting things can happen here. That would be a big disaster for Victoria Motrichko if she lost the game, but we have to keep on mind that Lisa Scholtens is on the 3rd place right now. And if she has beaten Victoria Motrichko, if Victoria would lose some points in the last round against Natalia Sadowska, and Lisa would win against Marta Bańkowska in last one, she still would have some chances to become the world champion among women. Now she is having 3 points less than Victoria Motrichko, but we have to remember that she is born in 2005. She is 18 years old, Lisa Scholtens, and she is playing really mature drafts. She is playing really nice games, and from this position it's really interesting what will happen. How do you feel it, chat? What do you think about this position? Does Lisa Scholtens have any chances to beat Victoria Motrichko from this? Victoria plays 9 to 13, a lot of tactic, and Lisa plays 45 to 40. And this is the move that is also responsible because it closes the possibility of making this exchange. At least at this moment, because of course then you can go 40 to 35 and then think of making this exchange. Both sides might have some problems with finding the free moves, the moves that will allow you to wait. It's not that easy. If you like transmissions, broadcasts like that, commented in English, don't forget to let me know about it by leaving the thumb up under the video. It is extremely important. And don't forget to subscribe the channel. So log into YouTube, log into Gmail and click the red button subscribe, because it will allow algorithm to grow our drafts content worldwide, and it's really important for any content creator to develop their work, their channel. Some emergency case, maybe you can hear the ambulance because I'm living next to the 3 or 4 hospitals in Warsaw. Let's take a look at the game between Daria Tkachenko and Olga Bałtarzy. Victoria is very capable of not losing, but in a position like this certainly mistakes can be made. Yes. The fact that Engine shows that it's equal position doesn't mean anything, because a small mistake, some not precision move can be the reason of losing. Ring, I think Victoria trusts her experience. She invites Lisa to play and Lisa likes that. Perhaps that's the way of victorious attitude to this game. But it's interesting one for us, because we would prefer to see such games and not the games like open position all the time and waiting for the maneuvering moment that is not coming because players agree for a draw, that we could see yesterday. Yeah? The game between Daria Tkachenko and Olga Bautaj was played like this. Going out, 1822. Did it follow the theoretical line? Yeah. So there was 31-26 in attack, and after going to 14 in exchange. I really like to remember the game between Martin van Eisendorn and Alexander Getmański from Rotterdam, when Getmański crushed Martin with black pieces in this opening. 12-18, going to the edge. Quick develop of the position. Okay, don't matter which direction Daria played. As you can see, engine indicates a slight advantage of dark pieces because of this piece, because scan prefers the central position. And here Olga played 1923. And similar position to what we have, not similar actually, but the same kind of position with this edge piece 15 that we've had in Martin's game. So the plan, and also Guntis Valneris against it's a Slump game. So the plan for black pieces is to take control over 24 and look for the classical position, or to attack this wing, or to get active on this wing. And getting active on this wing because of many pieces here is not that possible. So black pieces will try to control 24, I guess. What the first prize is in World Championship among men and women, I believe 5,000 euros. So it's not maybe much, but once you win, or like the World Championship that year, you also play in the match next year, and then the prizes are around 15 to 20,000 euros per player. So it's a little bit better. I have to go, may rejoin later if I find an opportunity. I hope so, you will, Pascal, so thank you very much for being present right now, and I hope to see you soon. And good luck with your duties there. Marcin Hensiak, hello everyone, hello! Is there anyone from Poland? Mamy polskich widzów oglądających, dajcie znać. Też mogę czasami coś po polsku przemycić. I think everyone will be understandable once I will sometimes, if I will have some Polish viewers, say something in Polish. But main language of this broadcast on this channel, checkersTV, is of course English. And Marcin, thank you very much for subscribing the channel. We are going for 500 subscribers, which will be a really good result in a really short time. 467 right now. Thank you very much for everyone subscribing the channel. If you have the public subscriptions on, then the confirmation on the screen will be once you will hit the subscribe button. What happened then in this game between Daria Tkachenko and Olga Bautaj? Let's see. This move was played? Yeah. And of course, you have to be careful not to allow opponents, if you are playing black pieces, to have this classical game without controlling 24, but it's never a problem to build at first something like this without 24, because even if white would go to 28 and try to have a classical position, you always break it with this really important column, 6, 11, 17. You can break the position this way or this way, so you don't have to hurry with going to 24, but engine at this moment would like to go immediately to 24, but Olga is playing 8-13 and it doesn't change anything. Daria played here, and what is really nice in this round, two favorite women players, Victoria Motrichko and Daria Tkachenko, are having a bit worse position. And I think it can be not so easy game and not the best plans chosen by Daria Tkachenko. Oh, and now I don't know why Olga Bałtarzy made this exchange. Why? Of course, one of the possible plans is to go to attack this wing, but I think she did it too early. Because there are so many nice possibilities in this game. For example, okay, maybe not combinations, but after this, and covering this, I think White would have a big problem with all these pieces on the left side. I would prefer, if I were Olga, to play there. The 69 Paranda, yes, Georgiev played draw, but I never saw in a decisive game where he offered a draw. His opponent has to play such a disrespect yesterday with Groenendijk and Anikeev to drafts. I can agree to your opinion. The most memorable fact about Georgiev and the moment of building his career. In 1995 he played in Poland, in Lubliniec, in the south of Poland, the European Championship, and he was a Federation Master, not a Grandmaster yet. And he was leading before the last round and played the last round against titled World Champion Guntis Valneris. I don't know if you remember this game, but he played extremely aggressive, extremely offensive game and played a draw and became the European champion. But he could agree for a simple game to be a champion, but he did opposite way. He just felt so confident about his play, and that's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. That's the reason why many drafts lovers, checkers lovers would call Georgiev the best players of all time. But on the other hand, he got one world champion title and Alexei Chizhov won all his titles. And both of them are having 10 titles, and they don't have the possibility of win more because, of course, Russia is suspended right now. How do you feel about Russia and Belarus right now? Do you have any opinions if they should be still banned or they should be allowed to play? What do you think about that? So as we know, not this move was played, but Olga made an exchange. Daria played to 31. Oh, she played from 3 and not from 2. And the attack was played. And more pieces of Olga are going to this side. Of course, she has more tempos right now, but the problem might be if those pieces were not giving the possibility of making the breakthrough or attack of the wing. It can become just weak edge pieces. Once, for example, controlling this 34 would be possible for White, but it's not easy for Daria. Maybe Daria is having some troubles on the wing. She's position is definitely not balanced. And she's playing for 50 to 44. It's a responsible one, always, because this one holds the wing, defends it well. Now she's starting to move to the right side, which is obvious. Olga is waiting. Daria plays here. 25-30. The question is if Olga will try to be aggressive one to win this game. And she could make the exchange right now, but she's not doing it. She's playing 9 to 14, so maybe that's the way, that some hope that she will be aggressive in this game. But Daria plays 45-40 with this threat. And probably right now Olga will just exchange it and open a bit the position. And that happened. So I think just choosing another plan without this 15 being exchanged would be better for Olga and would give us more interesting game. Ooh. And after 47-42, Olga plays here, and I honestly don't understand this move. Maybe after something like 39-33 she wants to go 19-23 and wants to hold the center and make this formation not working. 9-14 had to be played, ring, you say? Because of which combination? Oh, of course, you mean that you couldn't exchange right now because of this simple novice coup going to the king, of course. And this move could be losing then, yeah? There is a way to defend because you don't have this possibility. You go here and what after attack? Oh, this one. It would not be easy to find, yeah. So 9-14 wasn't the only possibility of dark pieces, but to find this is absolutely not easy. Of course, easy is that variation because there is this variation coming. But for example, after collecting here 34-25, you have to sacrifice additional 2 pieces with the majority, and then you make this combination. So this is not easy one. This is not the easy one. But a lot of calculation, because if white pieces would attack, then on the other hand you have this option. Here, going here, 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 and this one is taken. That would be interesting position to follow. Not easy to understand who is better. We all know who is better because of the engine, but without it, that would be tough. That would be tough. So Olga played just human move. And what did Daria do? She played 39-33. And it's Olga's choice right now. So this is the position that we have at the moment. This one. Okay, so let's take a look what is going on in Scholten's Motrichko game. Oh, some interesting updates. After 45-40, 17-22 was played, an exchange. And another piece to attack the wing, and 47-41 from Lisa. You know what is going on about these possible attacks. If you... I missed some tempo here. Did I miss something? Because 10-14 was played. But when? (10-14) and what? Oh, that was, sorry, that was Lisa's move. And Lisa played 33-28, and it's a big chance to limit out possibilities of dark pieces. So, you know, just after such moves, it's still equal according to the computer, but it's not easy. And if you will wait irresponsibly, like this way, then you can get really troubles in this position. So Victoria reacts much sooner, and she plays after this 33-28 an exchange back, opens the position a bit. They won't have any time issues in this game, I guess, because it's been 28 move played. Okay, we are live. It's Liza's choice. And Olga Bałtarzy played in this position another move that I don't understand, because maybe, I guess... Okay, I would like to have this column, because maybe somehow some plan like this will be chosen by white, and I would like to have this exchange on the other side, but okay, filling this gap is the idea if Victoria would try to remove this piece and make some combination here. So slowly it comes with some tension here. Slowly it does. It is similar, it could be similar to some position that in combination that Natalia Sadowska could make against Tamara Tansykurzyna in the Rapid Tournament 2021. Some ideas like this, sacrificing this, taking back. If this piece was missing, then another combination. Straight to a king, but it's not easy to do it. Paranda. Of course, Russian players should be allowed to play. It's not only Russia fighting war, also is Ukraine. So why allow Ukraine to play without Russia? It will not be a strong world championship. You know, there are many points of views on this, and Dutch players, for example, definitely would like Russian players to play, just being out of politics decisions, and out of politics decision we all would love to have Russians playing, because they increase the level extremely, and the tournaments are much more interesting then. But it's about your argument about Russia having words like who attacked who, because Russia started this war, yeah. So that's why Ukraine is allowed to play. And after 4-9 played by Olga, this from Daria 14-12 was quite a quick decision of Olga Bałtarzy. 31 moves played, so girls just are in the right time before the time control. 1 hour and 7 minutes before the time control. So everyone has to make 45 moves. We know exactly what happens in the top games of the women's tournament. Liza Scholtens, Victoria Motrichko. This is the current situation, equal position, and Daria Tkachenko, Olga Bałtarzy, the same situation, equal position. So we can go back to the men's tournament, open tournament actually, and the game between Martin Dolphin, Yuri Anikeev. That is the last position that we were visiting, gentlemen. What is going on now? They fought some time. They spent some time on thinking, because it's not an easy one to play, and how it was. So Martin played here 39-33, and Yuri attacked 14-19. And you know what? I really admire both gentlemen, because this is the best move positionally. 39-33. And to calculate it all with this attack, with some covering and regaining this piece, it requires a lot of calculations, because you have gaps almost everywhere. Martin plays here and here. And it's not only the variation that you have to calculate for one move, but for all the coming moves. So it's amazing. After 14-19, white could choose a combination 33-29. Okay, you mean this one here right now? This combination, you mean? With majority? Which is of course not... Oh no, I was said it's not okay. You mean this combination ring? It's not working actually, but nice idea with the majority capture rule. So this move was played by Martin and attack. And what did Yuri play? So they really slowed down the game. I would like to see what is the time situation, the time left on the clock, but we don't have the possibility of follow it. This just reminds me some positions of Keller system. And here, after 43, 49, Yuri decides to play 8 to 12, and according to computer indications, not the best possible move. Will it be possible for Yuri to play here? Not so. Not so. And what else to play? Because then this exchange is working great. Many gaps in the position, that's really difficult, tough to calculate all the possibilities, but you have to be really careful because this game can be the game for the World Championship title. You have to be extremely focused and extremely calculating it good, and you have really limited time on this time control. So playing this position with so many gaps, amazing from both players already. That's the reason why no one leaves the table, everyone sits concentrated, focus on the game. And of course Yuri did not play here, at least yet, because he was thinking the game. And it's still his decision. I don't know how much time did he spend on the last moves and what time he's having right now, but I think that interesting things can still happen in this game. As you can see the indicator, it's 0.3 for Martin Dolphin, but of course we have to remember that engine prefers the central positions than edges, surroundings, etc. Yes, it's not working ring. That will be a nice one. 469 subscribers, thank you everyone. Don't forget to leave the thumb up if you would like to see more streams like that. I think and I hope that all the final part of this tournament will be broadcasted and commented by me, all the most interesting games deciding about who will be the world champion 2023 among men and among women. So I hope you do enjoy it, you would like to see more content like this, and I can tell you that during December tournament Polish Open 2023 on this channel as well, I will try to comment all the competition. This channel is the place where all the English language content will be provided for you. Yuri is close to make a decision because his hand is working actively. So there is something, there is a plan, there is a choice perhaps in his brain, but now it has to be executed by the hand. The question is how it will be executed. Not yet, not yet. Let's go to Jan Groenendijk. Did he win already the game against Clifton Agata? Let's see. Position of Martin van Eisendorn is also interesting. We are going there slowly, game after game. Those two games we will update now. So this is the position we last saw. This is the game between Jan Groenendijk and Clifton Agata playing black pieces, and that was losing opening from the very beginning of the game. How Jan game? Christian Porter. Now we are following the game and the answers will be clear. So Clifton played here 8 to 13. And as you can already see, the engine was indicating 1.3 advantage for white pieces. And this is advantage that definitely Jan would not lose. He was thinking a bit in this position, calculating everything, till the end maybe. Definitely that was the option to go to 14. But Jan played 31-27. According to Scan, that was not the best move in the position. Perhaps better was going here directly, but what is risky here? You have to calculate all possibilities, like here, like some attacks then, like some combinations with this, like this exit. Maybe it was not so easy for Jan and he just wanted to keep it a bit safer and easier. Siema prezes, siemka XYZ, miło Cię widzieć. And by making, oh sorry, because 5-10 was made before, yeah, that way that, okay, pardon, so my mistake. So here in this position Jan played the best move possible. Jan played the best possible move and Clifton Agata made this mistake, and that was move number 30. And Jan played the scenario that we agreed is possible to happen, and 15-12. Building this one column for Clifton Agata is not the way to save the game. Normally he could make this threat 29-33, but it's easy to avoid by this move, by covering this gap that will probably happen. And Jan played this move. The plan is simple, to get another one here or here and then attack here to 23. And it's, I guess, unavoidable because you never can go to 17 because of this combination that Jan has prepared. 2 for 3. And once this wing is limited for Clifton Agata, it's easy to take this piece and win the game. So what will be the choice of Clifton Agata, who is playing quite fast? He started to think in this position. I don't know how it happens, but people used to start to think when they have the lost position, or at least worse position. Jak naszym paniom poszło na MŚ? No niestety średnio, XYZ. Bez szans medalowych na 2 rundy przed końcem. Natalia 6, Marta 7, Kasia na 10. miejscu. So that's the question of time once Jan will be winning it with white pieces. But as you mentioned, this game between Van Eisendorn and Leville is interesting, and once Dutch players will win those games, they will progress in the tournament table, they will get closer to Anikeev, and they will be in front of Artyom Ivanov, who is not playing the game. That is the position that we've had between Leville and Martin van Eisendorn, and here Martin van Eisendorn was thinking a lot about next move. We thought that this will be the choice of Martin, to go to the outpost to 24, but finally Martin, after long thinking, decided to play here, 33-29. Computer says that was better to go to 24, because after this exchange there was no wing already for black, and if he tried to play logical move here, 18-23, this move could be played, and after something like that you have an exchange and nothing that can be done with this piece 24, which is absolutely powerful. But that was not the choice of Martin. Maybe he did not want to simplify the game. And quite fast Leville attacked, because he used to play fast, and Martin covered the gap with this move 39-34. And Leville, I guess, played another quick decision, that's right, to 24. And Martin went... Oh, I missed something. Oh, Martin exchanged the piece, sorry. That was played by Martin here. So this was played. Yep, here. So there is half a piece of advantage for white pieces for Martin, but maybe it's not that easy. And how he plays? He changed the plan from having this edge piece and attacking the right wing to surrounding the piece number 24. And now his position is really close to Podkova, without this control 27. But once he will go to the 24 and try to attack this piece, it can be the way of winning the position. For planning draw yesterday, Anikeev should not be world champion. But then Groenendijk should be? Or he is just on the same side? What happened then? Leville played 12 to 17. And Martin goes to 27, so definitely he wants to realize this plan of Podkova building. And what is Leville doing? Not thinking much. 3 to 9. So in this kind of position it's still not winning for white pieces, but Leville plays the way that will not be unmistakable, I would say. Kasia Pisarska, hey. Neither Groenendijk, I agree. So, someone else than both of them. And Martin just has his plan working. 37, 32. Slight advantage, 0.3, but something to play. And after 14 to 19, it still looks like the same evaluation. And maybe Martin somehow wants his opponent to make mistake. At first glance, it looks, after this one, as losing one, because you go here with white pieces, but computer still says it's equal. Unimaginable in this position. And you are forced to make this move here, here, and computer sees this, in this variation, sees this sacrifice. And it's a draw probably. Hello all, cześć Martyna. Widziałem, że film z popsutym zegarem wleciał, no dlatego się ciebie pytałem, Kasia, co i jak w tamtej grze. Tydzień temu wleciał. No. But that was not played variation in the game. Here in this position, after Martin going there to 29, Leville attacked to 22. So now, is there a combination or... Whoa! Whoa! What a nice idea for Martin. Did he play it? 26 and going to 17? If he calculates it and plays it, it will be another way of nice winning. But Martin didn't play that. Martin didn't play that. Look at that. Martin could sacrifice the piece and go to 17. Wow. And after the last move of dark pieces, there is Zugzwang. You play here and it's over. You play here and it's over. So the idea would be, after this one, to sacrifice here, and the only possibility is to exchange it 1 for 1, but you take a piece. You take a piece and you win the game, I guess. There was a beautiful, beautiful way of winning the game by Martin van Eisendorn. And the game could be over already. Wow, really nice way. And Martin, you know, is the one who can find such solutions. But another thing to consider right now. That was the move of Martin, number 40. number 40. So he is only 6 moves from the time control. And the question is, because Leville plays really fast. Leville plays really fast, and the question is if he played that fast that Martin already is having time troubles. Seba, hej Kasia Pisarska, jak się ładnie witacie. Generalnie oglądałem się, zastanawiałem, co jeśli ja bym miał 30 sekund do przeciwnika 4 minuty w momencie popsucia. No, to jest moment, kiedy można zastosować VAR w warcabach, tak? I trzeba szczytać z kamery. Byś musiała mnie wołać. Ale ciekawa akcja. We are talking about the video that I published on this channel before, because Kasia Pisarska, who is present on the chat, she was playing the game during European Youth Championship, and her clock has broken during the game. If you haven't seen it, just follow the channel and find the last videos, and there you will be able to see the game. Seba, just subscribe. Dziękuję bardzo, Subka. Rośniemy w siłę. Angielski content to będzie strzał w dziesiątkę, moi drodzy. Już 474. Very Go Online Technology, może być. The channel is growing, thank you very much for subscribing it. Don't forget to leave the thumbs up, and tonight we are going to stream all night long, because this round and another round will be streamed by me. If the technology will allow that. Okay, going back to the game. Martin did not see the winning continuation. He played 40 to 38. And after this exchange, Leville is, as he was, extremely fast. This, Martin plays here, and the position becomes equal. That was, according to computer, the best move to play. But Leville is losing because of the bomb cap. Oh, Leville, what have you done here? What have you done? Of course, Martin now can make a simple combination, because his opponent is playing too fast. 1 for 2, having 1 piece more. This and this is absolutely winning endgame. This is winning endgame for white, and this will happen, or has happened already in the game. What? Martin didn't do it that way? He made another combination? Or wait, what? Oh, that was not played. This move was played, sorry. This move was played. So Martin sacrifices 1, another 2, and takes 4. How I thought the other moves was played? I don't know. So this is the position. +7 for Martin. To niezłe mistrzostwa świata, no. +7 for Martin, and Leville goes to the king, but after 6-1 he loses another pieces. He goes to 1, the other one goes to 50. Of course, this is the position that we don't have to analyze anymore, it's over. So Martin van Eisendorn is winning the game, and Leville gave up. Leville gave up. So it took Martin 2 hours and 14 minutes to win the game, after having possibilities for Leville not to lose this game, after Martin having possibilities to win beautifully with this sacrifice 26-21. This is beautiful way of winning, using this sacrifice 26-21 that Martin missed in the game. Beautiful one. But finally, anyway, different way. Martin van Eisendorn is winning the game, and he joins the chase for the world champion title. And having Jan Groenendijk beating Agatha Clifton, it will be extremely interesting finishing of the tournament. 2 weeks of playing have brought us to this moment, and everything can happen. Many players can still become the world champion 2023, and this is something that we will broadcast, that we will follow on the checkersTV YouTube channel, so don't miss anything. This is this round. Next round, late evening, will be broadcasted as well, and tomorrow the last round of the world championship will be transmitted, broadcasted by me live on checkersTV YouTube channel. Let's go to Jan's game. That was the moment that we lastly saw. And what was the decision of Clifton, who still was playing quite fast? He was showing some gestures during the game. I don't know what does it mean, but he played here 29 to 34. And what is Jan doing? And Jan was making 2-for-2 exchange, which is also, of course, the best possibility in the game. And now there is no way to avoid the loss of one piece, this standing on 34. And that is the continuation of the mistake in the beginning of the game. Maybe not all of you have seen it, but it went like in this position, he played here. Of course, in this position, many mistakes can be made by black pieces. This is the mistake because of this combination, this and collecting 4. This is not possible, but you have to play some move like that. This is 16th round move of the game. It's still the opening phase. You can't play moves like that, and this is something that Agata Clifton has played, and he is the Federation master. And the continuation was just one of the worst possible to play. Here, and finally Jan, after being really patient in this game, made Clifton Agata to go even further. That was not possible, of course. This is what has been played. So I guess it's a glory day for the Dutch viewers, Dutch fans. Clifton plays here. Maybe he is losing even not 1 but 2 pieces. Then, okay, there is sacrifice other way, but still it is dangerous. Jan attacks, and as you can see, the engine indicates over 2 pieces of advantage for Jan Groenendijk right now. And Clifton plays here. He wants the piece here. Doesn't make any sense. It looked like better one is here, but Jan played here just to have safe piece more. And the idea is simple, to go here, and this one is going straight to a king. And Clifton is playing move by move without thinking anyhow. This is something that should not happen during the World Championship, but you know how the players were chosen finally. So this is absolutely not the World Championship level. But if you would like to have the World Championship level, we would have only European players probably, and African ones. But we've had Ndiaga Samp, who, because of sickness, was taken out of the tournament. So things go like that. Martijn van IJzendoorn has won his game. He is chasing Yuri Anikeev right now. We can take a look at the tournament table because we know nothing more. We know more now than we knew before the start of the round. So the tournament is going like that. Final standings after the round 16 looked like that. Yuri Anikeev on the first place, 21 points, and now Jan van IJzendoorn will have 21 points, 5 wins, but Martijn van IJzendoorn till the end of the tournament plays against Angel Rafael Meia. We don't know his game against Wouter Sipma in this round because we didn't see the preview. And last round will be against Arnaud Cordier. And also Martijn can be the favorite one to beat the French player. So Martijn still holds the chances to become the world champion 2023. And what is even more important, Jan Groenendijk is now winning against Agata Clifton, and last 2 rounds extremely interesting and important, Artyom Ivanov and Guntis Valneris. But once those 2 players, Yuri Anikeev and Jan Groenendijk, will have the same amount of points, probably Jan will be higher because he has beaten Arno Cordier here in 15 rounds, and Arno is the higher rated player because he is on 11th place right now than the top win of Yuri Anikeev, and that would let Jan Groenendijk to become the world champion for the first time in his career. So this is something extremely interesting to follow. Going back to the games. The game of Sipma Meia was a short game because of a opening combination. So Voter Sipma won this game? It was available to follow live? Oh, it was there. I thought that it was just an empty board. So let's take a look at that. How did it go? Thank you that you told me, Ring, because I would never know. So Voter played here, Meia here. So it was Favre opening. Oh. Sorry, here. Wait, I'm missing something. Oh, of course. So it was here, 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 here. Maybe it was something prepared by Voter? Voter played here, he played here. Oh. Yeah. So this is the way how another World Championship game has been decided between Voter Sipma playing white pieces here and Angel Rafael Meia, who played 12 to 17 in this position and lost the game. Yeah. Can you see how white pieces win the game? How Voter Sipma collected 2 points, so it's amazing round for the young Dutch grandmasters. It's amazing game for young grandmasters from Netherlands. I am streaming for 2 hours straight right now. So I will just make a short break, 5 minutes for toilet, because we are 35 minutes from the time control, the most emotional and important moment of the game, and the most important game is available here, because if Yuri Anikeev wins it, he still holds the big chances of becoming the world champion, but if he plays a draw, his chances will decrease, and maybe Jan Groenendijk will be the favorite one. But still, in the afternoon in Curaçao, Jan Groenendijk will face Artyom Ivanov, who is the one playing for this guy, and who is rested after not playing the first round tonight. And another thing to consider is the fact that after all, Jan played a quick game and won it against, and still is playing, but is winning it against Clifton Agata. Oh no, the game is finished already? No, oh sorry. I was just looking at the beginning of the game. He's still playing. He is still playing, but it's the question of few minutes, maybe few dozen minutes, for Jan Groenendijk to win it. I'll be back in few minutes. See you soon. Okay guys, we are back on commenting and following the decisive games of World Championship 2024. And like you say, Oleg, it is not MF level combination, and many mistakes we can see in the final part of this tournament. We've seen already 3 or 4 in this one of the last rounds of the tournament. Perhaps it's just the exhaustion of players, perhaps after almost 2 weeks of play they feel exhausted and they lose because of such simple combinations, but it makes the final even more interesting for us because favorite players win their games and Dutch players are on the run because Martijn van IJzendoorn has won, Wouter Sipma has won, and Jan Groenendijk is going to win against Clifton Agata. So this combination was simply played by this sacrifice, another exchange, 2-4-2, and the novice coup played like this, really simple combination, and no matter which direction dark pieces would capture, they lost the game quickly. And that were 2 points going to Wouter Sipma. And we are going to our camera game, Martin Dolphin against Yuri Anikeev. That was the position that we have seen last time. Thank you very much for subscribing the channel. We have 474 subscribers. We are closer and closer to 500. Thank you very much for that. If you enjoy this content, feel free to leave the thumb up under the video. It's really important for the algorithm to develop this channel, this content, this checkers or drafts content around the world, and we promote the game that way, creating the better community environment for the drafts players. What has been played in this game between Yuri Anikeev, the leader, the current leader of the tournament, who will be chased by many Dutch players, against Martin Dolphin, another Dutch player who was top about a decade ago, and maybe Martin was also the one who wanted to win the world champion title. That was the moment of longer thinking for Yuri Anikeev. We are 25 minutes from the time control, so 45 moves have to be played by each player, not to lose the game then. Yuri in surrounding position, and this time Martin Dolphin chooses to play to 23. According to computer evaluation, it's not the best move to choose. The better one maybe was 36-31, but after this one immediately the evaluation comes to the draw. So after 28-23 Yuri exchanged it back because of lack of other possibilities. And he has 2 pieces that can attack the outpost on 24 and 2 defenders standing here, 40-45. You have to always be careful to have enough defenders for the attackers, and Martin Dolphin was having in this position because other moves were played. Martin Dolphin played here. That was the moment that Yuri Anikeev could play an exchange here, 3-for-3, but it's not an interesting one for the Grandmasters. It would open the position. Martin Dolphin allowed that. And 4-2-10 was played by Yuri Anikeev. And now engine indicated that this exchange, 37-31, could be the really nice one for white pieces, but maybe not that much. That was not chosen by Martin Dolphin, who played 36-31, and now the advantage is on the black side of things. Half of a piece advantage for Yuri Anikeev in this position, with simple plan of attacking the outpost, and what then maybe trying to break through on the right side of white pieces. he didn't choose to attack 14 to 19, Yuri played 11 to 17. It's also understandable because it won't allow white to go to 23 as this combination is prepared. Small combination, but always limiting opponent's possibilities. So he played 42-38, ooh, and now the advantage was even bigger for you, Anikeev, and after this, one piece of advantage, forcing his opponent to go to 23 and making this exchange 12 to 18. And now this wing is locked because of those 3 edge pieces. It's not possible to go here, 27-22, and Yuri Anikeev is favored to win this game. That would be a really problematic thing for Dutch players. Martin Dolphin plays here, 39-33, one piece of advantage for dark pieces, and that was the move number 24. And I can remind you that we are really close to the time control. The attack was made, exchange, 10 to 14. And 33-28 was played. Isn't it winning position already? Isn't it winning position for Yuri Anikeev, who takes the piece? The problem was that after this move and this attack, forced attack, and this exchange, the plan was working. The plan was working of making a breakthrough here or just limiting out possibilities of white pieces, because after such continuation that was suggested by computer, finally we get to the position where white pieces have almost nowhere to go. There is an attack and there is no good tempo for Martin Dolphin. So he made crucial mistakes in this position. Didn't play here, just played this move as you know. And Yuri attacks and takes this piece. And the combination is played by Martin Dolphin, but the combination that is not good for white. He makes the bridge shot, but losing a lot of pieces. Will it be possible for the Dutch player to play a draw in this game? He made this combination, so more moves were made before the time control. But this is winning for black. This is winning for black, my dear. This is the position that we have right now. It's a really interesting one. 34 moves, so still 11 moves have to be played in next 20 minutes. Not to let any of them lose on time. The best move to play right now is not attacking directly, according to computer, because it will give this one tempo, this move to control this diagonal, a really important one, to try to go to the king, and the end game 6 against 3 is problematic for white. White can't win it anymore because there won't be possibility of making 4 kings, and this piece is standing really strong because once the white king will go to this diagonal, there always will be a possibility of catching it with this piece. So big troubles for Martin Dolphin in this game, and Yuri Anikeev favorite one to win the game and to make a big step to get the world title in this tournament. What do you think about this game? What do you think about this game? Do you think Yuri Anikeev will handle it, will win it? What will be played by Martin Dolphin? So computer now would prefer to go to 8, attack this piece first, and after it escapes, not to go to the main diagonal and attacking this piece, but to go to 24 to still keep those pieces not going to the king, and maybe then attack this way to have king standing better, maybe in some more central squares. Martin Dolphin is on the decision right now. Of course, this is a scan. Maybe in some really deep analysis it can be still a draw somehow, some way. I don't know which, but maybe it could be, because many times scan indicated the advantage of two pieces and still the endgame was a draw. But this one looks really tough. We are waiting for Martin Dolphin's decision, so we can take a look what is going on in the women's games. Two really interesting games played between Liza Scholtens and Wiktoria Motrichko, as well as Daria Tkachenko playing against Olga Bałtarzy. Łukasz Kosobucki just subscribe. Dziękuję Ci bardzo, Łukaszku, za suba. So Yuri Anikeev is closer and closer to the world champion title. That also would be a great step, and I guess deserved step in his career. What is going on in the game between Liza Scholtens and Wiktoria Motrichko that we have on our screen board? After last exchange that we saw on the stream, Liza once again went to 23. What has been played? Not to lose the tempo. Or Liza didn't go there. She was thinking, okay, she went there. Wiktoria was thinking a bit and played to 7, the suggested move by computer. Liza played 43, the good one, keeping balance in the position. And another longer thinking of Wiktoria Motrichko. So I guess girls will have to make a lot of moves before the time control. Finally she played 4 to 10, equal position, and once again suggested by a computer move. And after 49, 30, 43 and 10 to 14, another computer moves, the position looks like that. Liza plays 39-33. Wiktoria closes it, and 44-39. Interesting one, and perhaps it's the first moment in the game when engine indicates a slight advantage of dark pieces, because for the computer it was better to play here, maybe controlling a bit more the important squares and also having still the possibility of building this column here, 44 to 33, but you know, once there are less and less pieces in the position, you have to make some decisions, and if you play here, you have this column, but you don't have this one. If you play here, you have this column, but you don't have this one. So always it's like making tough decisions that you have to follow and be responsible of, but it's not easy. Attack was played and defense. And this is the position right now. So white pieces made 35 moves and still needs to make 10 before the time control. I mean next 14 minutes. And Wiktoria Motrichko playing dark pieces has to make 11 moves. 11 moves in next 14 minutes. We don't know how much time do they have. The cameras should be opposite way. Oh, actually, for women, the cameras are good way, but the quality is not allowing us to see the time. But I guess Wiktoria has something like 5 minutes and maybe about 7-8 minutes for Liza Scholtens in this position. And another game interesting for us to follow is this one, Daria Tkachenko, Olga Bałtarzy. So that's the position that we have seen the last time. Okay, going back to Scholtens Motrichko, some moves been played 6 to 11 and now 33-28. Ooh, Ooh. And Scan says that was a mistake, because after a simple continuation, 11 to 17 and something like that, this exchange for Victoria is quite good. But there is a nice combination. There is nice hidden combination, and I wonder if that variation will be played in this game, because this combination is really unclear. Sacrificing 5 pieces to take 2, have 3 less, and after this move, this king cannot move. This king is frozen, and it's never clear to know if the combination is worth or not. Of course, the girls are missing time, and after this combination, after this move, 40 moves would be played. So still 5 more to the time control, and that would be the moment when each side could make a decisive mistakes. That is what makes this game extremely interesting for us, for viewers. How do you judge this position? Do you think it could be played by Victoria and Lisa? Scan indicates a draw, but this game, this position would be, in my opinion, far from a draw. But they have to play something. Victoria played 11-17 here. And quickly Lisa responded here, as expected. So now it's the big moment. If Victoria will be afraid or not of this combination after 18 to 22. We will just hold our focus on this game, because it's an extremely interesting moment. If Victoria will not give this opportunity to her opponent, will play something like 9 to 14, nothing strange happens, but this position still looks unclear. After this exchange, of course, there are many structures, many columns in the dark's position, but one simple mistake looks like is taking all the possibilities from Victoria's side, and the game could be lost somehow. I really would like to see this exchange and this small combination. 10 minutes from the time control. 10 minutes from the time control. What will you choose, Victoria? Your lack of time. And still you have to make 8, no, even 9 moves. Still Victoria has to make 9 moves till the time control, and those are the moves that can decide about the world champion title. That's the responsibility. After 2 weeks of playing drafts, of playing checkers, you need to make on a short time moves that are deciding the world championship title. This is the pressure that you have to hold. This is something that you can learn from playing drafts. And Victoria, I guess, is not making this exchange. She's not giving her opponent the possibility of the combination, and Victoria played here, 9 to 14. So maybe a bit less interesting variation, but still extreme things can happen in this game. For that kind of position, for such position, you would like to have an hour to think about 9 moves, but you don't have the time. You don't have the time. Some may say that playing checkers or drafts for hours is boring, but it's not easy, believe me. You have to be really effective in the process of calculating, of thinking, of imagining the position, how it will look after the variation that you calculate, that you count. Lisa, you are on decision. 8 minutes to the time control. 8 minutes to the time control. Meanwhile, the camera game between Martin Dolphin and Yuri Anikeev is still in this moment. Martin Dolphin is still thinking about the decision, the continuation that will allow him not to lose this game. But Yuri Anikeev is the favorite one to win this game and to hold the position of the leader after serious winnings of Dutch players, because Jan Groenendijk is or has already won against Clifton Agata. Wouter Sipma has beaten Mr. Meia Angel Rafael, and Martin van Eisendorn has beaten Leville. But what can I see? What is a pity for Polish viewers? Marta Bańkowska is losing her game. Yeah, Marta was 2 pieces less against her opponent and gave up the game already. Marta probably lost on some combination or something. Yeah, she gave up the game. Marta Bańkowska lost the game. I don't know how. Oh no! Not lost, she won! She had the king that I didn't see. Oh, Marta Bańkowska won it nice way. She made 1 for 4. Sorry, Martin, yeah, I see right now. I didn't see the king. She had king, yeah. And she took 4 pieces, yeah. So Marta Bańkowska, for Polish viewers. Nice view. Sorry for me misunderstanding the situation on the board. Marta Bańkowska has won the game and collected 2 points. So really nice, good performance from Polish people, for Polish female player. Polish female player. Not easy to pronounce everything when you are not used to use the language. Going back to Scholtens against Motrichko. Lisa played 37-32, Victoria exchanged it, and 40-35 was quickly played by Lisa Scholtens. It means that 40 moves of white pieces have been made, and white still, before the time control, in next 5 minutes, has to make 5 moves, and 6 move from Victoria. We are expecting 6 move from Victoria. The continuation probably will be played like this exchange, to have the possibility of making this exchange and another exchange, to have the space on the right wing of Victoria, to get control over 27. Now for Victoria it could be possible to use this piece, but Victoria is choosing something else. Victoria plays 17-22, and now engine indicates the advantage of white pieces, and the best move to play was 33-28, and it was immediately played by Lisa. It will cause maybe some troubles for Victoria, because now, for example, after this move that has been played, there are some small combinations, like after this one that probably Lisa can play right now. Victoria can't play here because of this one. So this is some kind of limitation, but of course this move is also strategically wrong one. So maybe this is a position where white pieces, where Lisa Scholtens can put some pressure on the leader of the women's tournament, Victoria Motrichko. But she plays this way. Oh! Lisa Scholtens played a mistake, a huge mistake, and now Victoria Motrichko, having lack of time, can make a really simple combination. What is going on here? Come on, guys. Now Victoria sacrifices 1 piece and another one to collect 5. Of course, white pieces go to the king, but they are missing a lot of pieces, and such a simple mistake from Lisa Scholtens. It's going on in the game. Victoria is doing it. And now Victoria is indicated 3.7 piece advantage by scan. It is the winning position for Victoria Motrichko, and if she wins it, probably she will become the world champion, maybe even one round before the tournament ends. If Daria, for example, will not win this game, maybe it will be possible for Victoria Motrichko to be the world champion right now. And the combination ends with the move number 45. So the time control is done right now, right here. And it confirms the thing that most number of mistakes is made in the final moves just before the time control. What is going on now? 3 pieces more for Victoria Motrichko. Of course she can take back, sacrifice the piece from the king of Lisa and go 26-31. Simple plan to go to the king, having 2 pieces more, and having those pieces in the central part of the board from Lisa's Holtens will give a winning endgame for Victoria Motrichko. A lot of emotions we expected in the last rounds of World Championship tournament, and here is what we get. Here is definitely what we get. Wow. So one game to follow is between Daria Tkachenko and Olga Bałtarzy, but at first let's go to the game between Martin Dolfing and Yuri Anikeev, because finally Dolfing decided to play 3-8. That was move number 35. So what is going on with the time there? Yuri was thinking a lot and Martin Dolfing has the time, enough time to... But... Oh, we were not from the position, okay. From the beginning, we were not from the beginning, so okay, pardon. Maybe they are ready after time control. 36 move, but from the position were played. What do you think about those emotions, those emotional games with so many changes? Dolfing is not going to 24, finally he plays to 19. Maybe once he's doing it before time runs out, before 7 PM Central European time, maybe that was the move number 45, I don't know. But maybe Yuri Anikeev has to make a decision right now. But he looks calm,